Greetings, fellow warriors. Toki here. Alright, guys. This video is be a little different from my previous videos. Be a Q&A kind of deal. Basically because a couple of days ago there's a Q&A session with Ian Hatsalinkas and Josh Allen, and also over the past 2 weeks I've ran into some fellow warriors in whether it be random battlegrounds, doing world quests or mythic dungeons, and they have some questions for me, and I'm always happy to answer your questions. So if you see me in game, you know, like I said, in a battleground, mythic dungeon, or world quest, feel free to ask me a question and I'm happy to answer you. And those of you that enjoy my videos, enjoy my content, and have told me so, I want to thank you. That means a lot to me. It really does. Alright. First and most basic question I get asked is, as a DPS warrior, should I go arms or should I go fury? And my answer is always going to be the same. Go with what spec you enjoy playing and what's most fun for you. Simple as that. It's a game. It's supposed to have fun. So whatever spec you enjoy the most, you like the rotation the most, and it's fun for you, go for that. And there's lots of great guides out there on both arms and fury. And I know like a lot of people think fury underperforms. I've seen some fury warriors do some great damage and some really good DPS, so fury is viable. I will agree. And I think that fury needs some attention and needs some loving. And that's just my opinion, and lots of others as well. And so there's my answer for that. Next question I get asked is about my transmog. Now, if you look at my transmog, it's pretty obvious. The helm and the shoulders are from Blackrock Foundry Mythic. The chest piece is from Dragon Soul. And I don't usually get asked questions about the chest, helm, and shoulders. It's usually about the gloves, the boots, the waist, and the legs. Where I get those from? Alright, the gloves, the waist, and the boots are all from the War Mill and the Garrison. I believe you gotta have a War Mill level 3 in your Garrison, and those 3 are pieces of the Blackrock Transmog set. And the leg pieces are Primal Gladiator's leg plates. They are the Warlords of Draenor Season 1 Warrior PvP legs. And yeah, that's the answer I have for my transmog and where those pieces come from. Alright. Next up, past couple of weeks, since I've posted some videos on the PTR for patch 7.1.5, I get asked some questions on what would I like to see be on the PTR for Warriors to make it alive. Now, as we can already see, like, they're pretty set on the way that they've done the rework the honor talents for arms warriors, giving us some much needed utility provide to our teammates in PvP. They've also changed some remain talents, such as increasing damage of Rend and Ravager, the stun from Shockwave being 3 seconds, and what else? Yeah, increase the effect of trauma, increasing the damage and the little bleed effect for trauma, and increasing the damage of Rend and how long the Rend ability lasts, and also to change the charge for arms for all 3 warrior specs, which when you charge an enemy, like right now on the PTR, it will root the enemy for 1 second, as well as apply basically like a little hamstring ability that reduces target's movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. And from playing on the PTR this week, I noticed that Yeah, it does root them, and it does apply that debuff that slows their movement speed by 50% for 12 seconds. But when you apply hamstring, it doesn't stack. It just applies hamstring, and that's it. And yeah, the debuff on movement speed from charge does not stack with hamstring. I don't know if it will stack. I would like it to stack, because imagine reducing the target's movement speed by 100% for like 12 seconds. That'd be pretty sweet. But I like the fact that it roots it and it gives it auto slow, so you won't have to apply hamstring right away. You can attack them, and right before that movement speed debuff goes away, you can apply hamstring to keep them slowed down, which I like. Now, I would also like, and the warrior community in general would like double time to be baseline for Arms and Fury, and have it replaced in the talent tree with Warbringer, because in general that just makes more sense. We won't have to choose between mobility and crowd control. It's just which kind of crowd control effect do you want to use. The warrior community in general would like to see that. I don't know if we will before patch 7.1.5 goes live, but I'd like that, as well as I like, I'm here for all warriors, no matter what spec you are, because this is my favorite class. I've been playing the game for 12 years, and all 12 years I've played a warrior. Toki he's my first character. He's been my main character for the 12 years I've been playing the game, simply because for me no other class is as fun as a warrior. I just love playing the warrior class so much, and have so much fun as a warrior. Now, I know Prot warriors aren't happy with some of the changes on the PTR for Prot, and after looking at some of those changes, I understand why. They don't seem that good, especially that Devastator ability. It doesn't seem like a talent that many Prot warriors are going to want to take. And then Fury, my Fury brothers and sisters, you guys need some love. I know a lot of Fury warriors want the talent Massacre to be made baseline, since that seems like the talent to take in that talent row. And it just makes sense to me that if so many Fury warriors are taking Massacre, it should be baseline. Just like a lot. And I don't, if they would make Massacre baseline, I don't know if they'd make a baseline ability for Arms. I don't want to say make Focus Rage baseline, because not a lot of players like the Focus Rage rotation. I'm fine with the Focus Rage rotation. I would just like to see Tactician changed a little bit for Arms warriors, because there are times when you get a lot of Tactician procs and you're doing just fucking awesome damage. Your DPS is skyrocketed through the fucking roof. And there are times when you're spamming Slam and Focused Rage and your other abilities trying to fish for a Tactician proc, and you maybe get 2 to 3 Tactician procs in a rotation, and you're just like, holy shit. And that kills your damage and your DPS output a little bit. I would like to see some kind of change to Tactician. Something that's not so RNG based. And the only thing I can think of is, say, guaranteed, like, every 45 rage you spend resets the cooldown of Colossal Smash. It's not so RNG based, and okay, spend 45 rage, Colossal Smash is reset. I can Colossal Smash and Mortal Strike, and get you have a real more constant rotation. It's not so RNG based, and I'd like that. And then Fury, I would like a lot of Fury warriors say that they would like some defensive abilities, and yeah, I agree. Fury warriors, I think, need a few defensive cooldowns. And Arms Warriors, I would like to see Die by the Sword put on a shorter cooldown. Right now it's on a 3-minute cooldown. I think it would be better if it was on a 2-minute cooldown. I think that would kind of be level with some other classes that have similar abilities. Some of them, theirs is on a 2-minute cooldown, so why isn't Die by the Sword on a 2-minute cooldown? Now, Fury Warriors, I don't know if you have Die by the Sword. I haven't played Fury and Legion, so if you have Die by the Sword as a baseline ability, let me know in the comments below. If you don't, then why doesn't Fury have Die by the Sword as a defensive cooldown ability? Yeah. And I know Fury doesn't have Victory Rush. I think Fury should have Victory Rush as well. That would give them a little bit more self-healing and give them a little bit more sustainment as well. Anyway, let's wrap this up, this video. Thank you, and until next time.